And with art, you can make each and every life lively. Without art, nothing is like it's very raw. And particularly when you talk about this project, I was very much interested in like this is a more kind of Asian based. You are asking Asian artists to show their work there, and that is very important. Somewhere like I am always eager to meet Asian artists, and we know so much about different work, but somewhere like there is no place where Asian artists meet and see only Asian artists work, and somewhere there is the idea of one place, the one region, which is like if you see India, China, or Korea, there's the same ideology and images we have from ancient times. We see the flow of same idea because of Buddhism or different. With Buddhism, there are so many other ideas also spread to these countries and these regions. So now somewhere like revive this the art form is very important. Where somewhere instead of taking from world art, we are contributing to world art with like the Asian region essence or art form is very important.
Can you give us some tip about our project? Some possible. I want to add some new idea and give some tip about my project, our project, and some. You have many experience in some Asian exhibition, world exhibition. So our exhibition we are focusing in the Asia and the place in some Jeju Island. So. And there are many similar some Asian art project in Asia. So we want to making some different some projects, some not normal. So I want to give you some ideas.
Like I mean, out of this thing, like what I was thinking, like in future. You can call different artists like every year. They can mix with and one more I can add, like you can call traditional artists also, include traditional artists and contemporary artists, that is very much needed. You can call 2-3 Indian traditional artists and Indian contemporary, Korean traditional artists. Then that is very important to build a strong Asian idea of art, like because there are so many things we can take from them also, because that is the root of us. Because contemporary art has a history of not more than 50 years, but they have a history of thousands. Yeah, because that is very great. When we have to develop our own Asian art, then we have to be rooted and we have to take images from there.
Another one. Actually, I realized your work some little different than other artists, but it's different. Then one thing, and the composition, your painting work, there is some different and interesting to me. And for example, in some empty space, some composition in the canvas, very important to some empty space. So can you tell me what
So, especially in my work, I take a different references. It's not a direct references. I am taking some essence from images or painting from different regions and mythologies and civilizations. For example, like some work I take from Tanka art, to all these images, especially in this particular work, all these images which is like Tanka elements, and it's a strongly Buddhist and it has a history, and I love to learn Tanka because of not only doing painting, and with that there is a kind of meditation involved. They are not just painters, they are like meditators, they are seekers of life. So somewhere that is interests me, and each and every traditional way of painting has a kind of like attachment with life. It's not just making something and selling it. So somewhere each and every work, that is very important. What you are doing with a certain kind of practice, you know, because in some of my work I paint and remove 50% of that image, which is not visible at all. It all go behind the flat surface. But that practice, I know what I created behind. So that kind of attachment with your work is very important. So sometimes I fill with so many images, then I remove all and make it empty. So that is only comes with certain kind of practice and how you are very sincere with your work. There is nothing to say to people that I have removed, but you know it. Because that thing only comes when you are seeking something and you are doing it for you. Then when it goes to the people, that everything conveys. Because art is such a thing that every day you are creating an energy in your space, and that energy going to talk further, and you are not there. Artist won't be there. Once you finish your work, that goes to a people, and that painting speak itself. I no need to speak. The whole voice is stopped, and that painting start to speak. So that kind of that kind of idea of spiritual, that you find it in more Asian paintings rather than Western. So that is like in Asia, there is this kind of spiritual tint in each and every practices. That's what I like. And my initial works were like full of images. Then I try to, my whole try was like making it empty, as similar as how you want to make your mind empty. It's like playing with the monkey mind. Similarly on a surface also, like you have to make it less and making empty and using that empty space as a positive space.
그래? 그 수도하면서 그리네. 도 닦으면서. I understand that when you're painting your project more like a meditation.
Yeah, my whole work is like that only. So that's why suddenly when that connection between you and work stops, then I stop painting because it's not talking to me at all.
That's great.
Yeah.
Like I have some sketch.
이 작업실 한 번도 찍으시면 되겠대요.